接下来演讲题目是台湾农业用水资永续经营 Sustainable Management of Agriculture Water Resource in Taiwan。邀请主持人施和林主任以及主讲人陈世雄理事长。I'd like to invite the speaker, Chairman Shiung Chen, and the host, Hui Lin Shi.
Okay, good morning. I have to say that it's most impressive to see somebody standing here speaking both English and Chinese. So it's all right that we had a beautiful mistake in the morning, okay? Right, so welcome you all to join this really, really nice and very important conference this morning. And I'm so honored to be able to host this session to have a very successful speaker, both in academics and in the practice, professor or president, whatever, Chen Shiung. And this morning he gave me his card, and it's really an impressive card. It says that, his name is Chen Shiung, and he's an emeritus professor of Nanhua University. But apart from that, most impressively, it's that he said he is an organic farmer. Okay, so this really tell us that he's really very much involved in the development of the agriculture and the green technology in Taiwan. And so I do not want to take you too much time, but recently I read something that was written by President Chen, and he said in Chinese, 从事教职一辈子，我一直坚信当老师是一种特权，因为拥有这种特权，所以有权利教育别人的孩子。And maybe that's why I put my son in this university. I want him to be educated here under you and under many really successful and really good professors. And so without further ado, please allow me and please join me to welcome our distinguished guest speaker today. Thank you very much.
Okay, 谢谢。Thank you, Professor Shih. Okay, and before I was talking about circular agriculture in my experience, but recently a journal, Chinese Sustainable Agriculture Society, asked me to write an article about the agriculture resources sustainable management. So I tried to speak very brief. Okay, and if you have any question, you can read that article. Is in 中华永续农业协会里头的一篇文章，最近刚出版。Okay, yeah. So basically, we think people should have every day should have a clear air. Okay, very clean water to drink and enough food. But actually, maybe we have polluted air. Okay, and contaminated with maybe agrochemical, fertilizer, water, okay, and most of the situation in some area, we have not enough food. Okay, so water is the most important substance in the world, but not all water is created equal. Okay, so 人生而不平等，水也不平等。Okay. So somebody have enough water and somebody need to take water in this way. Okay, maybe, and some water is very expensive. You know, do you know $100,000 per bottle? Do you know where to get it? Okay, from here. Okay, International Space Station. Okay, it's really expensive. Okay, so some area. They have enough water resources in some area, drought. So drought affected at least in this century affected more than 1.5 billion people, and about 124 billion US dollar lost. So it not means if you have more land, you can have more water. No. Okay. Such as in Taiwan, we have the situation. We have only about less than 21% water from the rainfall we can use. Okay. And most of them rushed into the sea. Okay. So you see, Taiwan has the most rainfall of any advanced economy. Okay. The world average is something like this. Okay. UK. Okay. And Taiwan have every year 2,500 millimeters. Okay. So we have a great amount of rainfall, but we can save only 41 days. Okay. United States, they can have 24 years. And Japan have 4 months. In Taiwan, we have only 41 days. Okay, so it's a big problem. So it's something like a poor man sitting on a gold mountain. Okay, yeah. So every year we have 100 billion tons precipitation, but we have only about less than 4% of rainfall saved in the groundwater. Okay. So it's a big So my approach to agronomic practices, I will show you later on. Okay, it means we need to increase the infiltration of the precipitation to save it under our earth. Okay, so because of the climate change, so we have the global warming, and the polar bear. Okay, and you see in Taiwan we have a high temperature also. Okay, so something like say like a lost sweet potato. Okay, yeah. So it's, and last year in Canada maybe reached to 50 degrees centigrade. It's really crazy. Okay, yeah. So because of the extreme climate change, and we have a so-called drought. So last year is drought year. Okay, yeah. So we lack of water. Taiwan, we also have a water crisis. Okay, so this is some lake. Okay, some lake. The fog. You can see the bottom. Okay, and it's a really big trouble last year. Okay. So last year, if you go to see the reservoir, okay, such as I think Summer Lake is okay, still okay last year. Okay, but yeah, it's in February. Okay. But then, okay, you see, March, okay. And then, okay, it's in May, okay, it's almost to see the bottom of the reservoir, okay. And so this is the last year's situation, and we also have the problem, water pollution, okay. So many, a lot of rivers been contaminated. So Swedish people said people's problem are getting old too fast and they're getting smarter too slow. Okay, so I hope that one today we shall getting smart as soon as possible. Okay, as fast. Okay, and people are forgetful animals. Forests will never be extinguished. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you see the surface water resources per capita is decreased every year. So we have tried to make a lot of effort, try to make the water resources management better. Okay, and this is yesterday. Okay, I take this picture. Okay, yesterday we have almost full. Okay, the reservoir is okay. So we believe this year will be okay. We have no water problem. But if we predict yes to next year, maybe it's hard to say. Okay, so you see, 100%. Okay, the reservoir. Okay, yesterday. Okay, so because we are really easy to forget. So we almost forget the last year's suffer from drought. So we try to make our water 100% reclamation, for reuse. And so we made some effort. This is cement reservoir. This is major source of northern Taiwan. It seems beautiful, but sometimes people say this is very dangerous if earthquake. So in Taiwan we have a lot of river. But those river is too short and too steep. So after rainfall, maybe 24 hours, it rushed into the sea. So we have a lot of irrigation system. Irrigation association. So we hope we can make a good management. But actually we are not. So we have we take about 7 billion tons water from river. And underground maybe 6.4 billion tons. And from the reservoir, 66. We have many reservoirs. But we take only 4.2 million tons water. So we have many big or small reservoirs, but not enough. Because of the so the total precipitation something like this. And every year we take only 3.9% to deposit in under our ground. And so if we can increase about 3% more, then we will have no problem. So in Taiwan, in agriculture water, people always criticize that the agriculture used too much water. And actually we only use 71%. People living use 20. The world average agriculture water is 76. It's much more than Taiwan. And so industry is 30%. Municipal is only 11%. But in Taiwan, we have we waste too much water in our house. To wash car, to everything. And as compared to the average of the world, 76. Taiwan's agricultural water use is only 71%. So never criticize farmers again. Please. So I suggest we can have approaches to have a sustainable management of agricultural water. The first is to promoting organic farming. Describe each of you. Promoting organic agriculture, I think is very important. A lot of institutes is in United States. They say if you practice organic agriculture for 23 years, then you can increase organic carbon about 15 to 80 to 28% organic carbon in soil. Okay. So if a farm about 320 acres is about 128 hectares, is in average the middle size in United States. If you transfer to organic agriculture, then it is equal to you keep 117 cars in your garage and not use. So you reduce the carbon dioxide. So if you the full farm in United States is about 0.4 billion acres. Is equal to how many? Okay, it's too many. So many million. Okay, so this is many million cars. Okay, out of the freeway. Okay. Okay, so why organic agriculture can increase the carbon and reduce carbon dioxide emission? Because if you use conventional farming, okay, then you use agrochemicals, chemical fertilizer. So each year you make carbon dioxide emission about 925 billion pounds of carbon dioxide. But if you practice organic agriculture, you deposit each year carbon dioxide in about 1.5 trillion pounds. Okay, so it's a great benefit. So if you practice so-called regenerative agriculture, is a kind of organic agriculture, you can never disturb soil, okay, protect soil and also protect the soil water, okay? So here, let's say again, over healthy soil leads to cleaner drinking water. Okay. So if you never spread agrochemicals, no chemical fertilizer, the underground water shall be is clean and you can drink. Okay. Okay, so it was a great our boss. Okay, from CIA, we increased organic agriculture recently. Is good because of the organic agriculture promotion law. Okay. Okay, so you see, if you increased 1% organic matter in soil, you will increase 205 tons water per hectare in the soil. And so it's a great benefit, you know. Okay, so organic agriculture can save the world and can save water. Okay, so the second we shall strictly prohibit the pollution of the river, lakes, and groundwater. Okay, so then we shall increase the water absorption capacity of the farmland. Okay, so we see the healthy soil, they contain a lot of organic matter. Okay, and they can have any practices to avoid erosion. Okay, so something like this, you know, if you have the intercropping, you know, cover crop, okay, and mulching, okay, so then you can keep more soil moisture in your soil. Okay, so I used straw, rice straw. It's free. Okay, you cover every year, then it become fertilizer. Okay, and it also can keep the soil moisture. Okay, So this is my grandson, and this is my friend, the onion. The onion is very big, you know. Yeah, is everyone more than 1.5 kilogram. So this is from the market. Is my production. Okay. Okay. So then we can use the practice rotation cropping. Okay. So rotation in intercropping. Okay. Again, something like this. So you can keep most of the 5 minutes. Okay. I finished. Okay. Yeah. So then increase the water retention capacity. Okay. So if you have a lot of organisms, microorganisms in your soil, then the structure is better. Okay. Improved. Okay. And then improve irrigation method. Okay. Increase the irrigation efficiency. So something like this. You can save irrigation water. Okay. And increase the water storage capacity of the farmland. Okay. So infiltration. Okay. Very important. Infiltration and percolation. So you need to improve your soil structure, soil management. Okay. Infiltration, underground water, something like that. So okay. You see, okay, you can let the soil as a reservoir. Okay. Organic farm. And you know, in high-speed railway, okay, it because of the subsidence, okay, so we shall increase the area of rice cultivation. Okay, if we increase rice cultivation, especially alongside the high-speed railway, maybe each side maybe 1 or 2 kilometers, we enforce them, the farmers need to plant paddy rice. Okay, and it supply the enough water irrigation. Then the crisis of high-speed railway shall resolve. Okay, so this is the problem. I think we can use very easy way to resolve the problem. Okay, so only after the last river has been poisoned, only the last tree has been cut down, and only after the last fish has been caught. And only at the land, you will learn that money cannot be eaten. Okay, but we are so full that we think money can be eaten. Okay, so if you have enough clean water, okay, and stand with Iraq. Okay, yeah, we shall pay attention for those people suffer from the war, okay, invaded war from the Russia, okay. So, okay, take a picture, okay, to show that we are supporting Ukraine, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Right. Thank you, President Chen, for the very insightful speech. Well, just now I thought that maybe I should drink much more water than now so that I can save some water in myself, you know, just in case that, you know, there's not enough water for us. Do we have a question here? Yes, please. Yes.
I have one question, because the Professor Chen, he talked about the groundwater. So I want to understand what is the Professor Chen's suggestion about the policy of groundwater in Taiwan. Okay. The policy of groundwater in Taiwan, how to contain the groundwater.
Yeah, I just think it's very easy, you know. If you just their job. If they increased the area of organic agriculture, then we accumulate more carbon, more organic matter in the soil. And 1%, the organic matter can increase 205 tons water deposited in your soil. Okay, so if you practice organic agriculture, and especially we should try to have more paddy rice cultivation. because before in Taiwan, every year we use about 20 million tons water, agricultural water, irrigation. About 30% are from underground. And underground water, 70% came from paddy rice. And because of the transform, because we want to get into WTO, and we reduce the rice cultivation, then maybe more than 200,000 hectares paddy rice gone. Okay, so we cannot deposit more water in our soil. Before, when I was young, okay, when I was young, in my farm, I dig maybe about 30 centimeter. Okay, you can have the groundwater. Okay, and now you need to dig maybe 100 meters, something like that. At least 550 meters, you can dig the water. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, so I hope. I shall say in my article, I say our government before they are stupid, they construct a GG dam. Okay, and make it visible, and maybe it's about 20 billion NT. Okay. And the Bureau of Industrial of Economic Ministry, they construct a pipe, maybe spend maybe 0.7 billion NT to construct a pipe, water pipe to supply the petroleum, Liu Qing. Okay, and they after they use they put into the Shih. Okay, so our farmers will have more irrigation water. We must dig, because today's the time limit. So I skip those slides. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so it's a big problem. If we go back, okay, then we can resolve part of the problem. Okay, thank you.
Right. So thank you. So I think this is complicated. We need another session next year to solve this problem, right? So you would have something to think about over a year, right? So maybe we have to end here. And thank you very much for all your attendance. When we'll see you later. Thank you.
感谢主讲人陈世清理事长以及主持人施慧玲主任。Thanks to the speaker Chairman Chen and host Dr. 慧玲史。现在我